Shrek, loud and angry as hell. Where are you? Switch scene to Lord Farquaad running up to the castle of Duloc. He's here to reclaim his throne by any means necessary. Since Lord Farquaad was eaten by the dragon, a new king of Duloc has been elected. Kings don't get elected. Farquaad heads to the front gate of the kingdom. There are 3 guards out front, heads staring straight ahead. They are at least 7 feet tall. Farquaad, oh, this is too easy. I don't know why I did that. Walks right past the guards who don't even look down or notice that Farquaad has entered the Sacred Kingdom. This is sort to get some laughs since Farquaad is short. Remember? That's also slightly ableist. Well done. Switch scene to Farquaad, who has now reached the bottom of the castle's tower stairs. He knows the king sits at the top, in what should be his throne. Farquaad starts to go up a few, and after a minute of watching him go up the steps, he starts panting and takes a break, resting his hands on his knees. Farquaad, there's a lot more steps than I remember. There's only like 10 steps. Ha ha, Farquaad's short. You know what? I bet Farquaad could write a better story, you cretin. Switch scene to the room where Farquaad is heading. King Jonah Hill sits upon the throne, eating another leg of lamb, his 5th today. Is this fucking Moneyball? Jonah Hill's never been that fat. King Jonah Hill. Mirror, mirror on the wall. Who is the fairest of them all? Mirror on the wall. Oh my god. Oh, I don't remember. He has Alzheimer's in this one now.
You know, that would actually be kind of clever.
Why?
Just have the mirror have Alzheimer's. Just why not?
What? That's not clever. That's horrible. so fucking... If this was a Studio Ghibli R-rated anime film, yeah, okay. But it's not. It's a Shrek film. King Jonah Hill. It's okay, Mirror. You'll get it one day. Can you show me the security footage of the castle, please? Mirror, sure. Puts on tall music video. King Jonah Hill. No, that's not it. Can somebody bring the remote to this thing? Hooded slave hands Jonah Hill the remote. King Jonah Hill. Oh, thank you. I tell you, I think I might have to get a new one of these things. Starts flipping through channels to get to the security cameras. As he scrolls through, we see he has many porn channels.
Of course.
Are the kids going to laugh at that one as well? Show the thing. Don't blur it.
For the kids.
When he scrolls into the food channel, he stops and is mesmerised by the chicken footage.
The rotisserie chicken.
The rotisserie chicken that is playing. What's a rotisserie chicken?
Well, it's the chicken you put on like the pull thing and it rotates around.
Oh, cool. Right. I've never had it, but it sounds delicious, and I immediately want one. That is playing on screen. He begins drooling. Your Majesty? King Jonah Hill shakes his head awake. Oh, yes, sorry. I blacked out there for a second. King Jonah Hill finally reaches security footage. He views each room and stairwell. Nothing out of the usual until he reaches the tower stairwell. A tiny man is crawling up the 8th step. King Jonah Hill. What the hell is that? Hooded slave. Moves in closer to get a better look. Oh, no. Your Majesty, we have to move you to the panic room immediately.
Oh, no. A short man is coming to the panic room.
Hooded slave picks up Jonah Hill like a baby and carries him into a tiny door frame. All the while, Jonah Hill is flailing and screaming wildly. King Jonah Hill, put me down. What do you think you're doing? What in the world is happening? I demand you tell me what's happening this instant. Hooded slave shoves Jonah Hill feet first into the tiny door frame. He gets him halfway in when Jonah gets stuck. This causes Jonah Hill to flail and scream even more. His eyes are wild now. King Jonah Hill. Oh, look at this. Look what you've done. Hooded slave. Sorry, Your Majesty. I have to get you to safety. The man coming up the steps is here to kill you. King Jonah Hill. Oh, yeah. Well, I'm real safe like this. Pull me out. I fight it myself like a real king. Hooded slave. As you wish, Your Majesty. Retrieves butter from the nearby fridge. Hooded slave butters Jonah Hill up and pulls him out the door frame. Once King Jonah Hill is free, Hooded slave goes to put the butter back in the fridge. King Jonah Hill. No, stop! Give me that! Gobbles down an entire stick of butter in one gulp. Do you get it, Steve? He's fat. Hooded slave. Dear God.
I'm wondering how I picked him up in the first place.
Farquaad enters through the doggy door because he's short. Funny. Farquaad, I'm here to retrieve what is rightfully mine. Unsheathed sword. It's a butter knife. Hooded slave unsheaths his sword and pushes King Jonah Hill behind him. He stares down Farquaad warily as they hold their swords in front of each other in suspense. Farquaad makes the first move. Farquaad, on guard! Hooded slave dodges, then takes a cut towards Farquaad's head. Farquaad's head. Farquaad crouches, but not quick enough to save his bowl cut. Hooded slave slices off all of Farquaad's hair and gives him a buzz cut. Okay. Farquaad. My luscious locks. Oh, you've done it now. Farquaad charges at Hooded Slave and goes to stab him, but he winds up just running through Hooded Slave's legs. Hooded Slave looks confused between his legs and then behind him. He notices that Farquaad wasn't charging towards him at all, but was instead trying to reach. Oh no! King Jonah Hill! King Jonah Hill. Oh no, get this midget away from me. A silly scene ensues when King Jonah Hill runs around in circles screaming and flailing his arms over his head or trying to get away from Farquaad and killed until Jonah Hill crashes into Hooded Slave. Both topple over in a pile, dizzy from knocking their heads together upon... That's not how you get dizzy. Knocking their heads together upon collision. Farquaad approaches them. He's finally taller than them now. He stops right in front of them and stares down upon them menacingly while running his hand across his butter knife slowly. Farquaad. It's funny how some people believe they can still fill the shoes of a true king, isn't it?
Buddy, you are not Lord Shen. Don't try to usurp the throne.
King Jonah Hill. Dude, you came charging into my house. I don't even know you, bro. That's what's so fucked up about this whole thing. I don't know who you are. Yet here you are coming at me with your little knife like a damn bro. Just chill out. Yeah, that sounds so much like Jonah Hill. Farquaad. Chill out.
Get a king.
I just came out of a dragon's arsehole. I'm immune to chilling out. I will only chill out once you are slain. Hauls ends of butter knife to Jonah Hill's throat. King Jonah Hill throws hands up in the air while shaking his head. Oh my god, bro! Slave! Who the hell is this? Hooded Slave. He's Lord Farquaad, your majesty. Well, he was until... Farquaad. I'm still just as much of a lord today as I was before that green menace ever entered my life. And you will obey. King Jonah Hill. Green menace? Wait. Do you mean... Shrek? Yes, of course I mean Shrek, goddammit! Oh cool, I love Shrek. As soon as King Jonah Hill finishes that line, a legion of hooded slaves enter the throne room. They all have their swords drawn, ready for battle. Hooded Slave 2. Your Majesty, we heard screaming. We were concerned. Farquaad! Get him! Hooded slaves charge after Farquaad, who quickly darts past all of them under their legs. He leaves as he entered, through the doggy door.
Wow, nice plan there, Farquaad.
Okay, you're up.
Switch scene to Shrek, who has finally emerged from the end of the forest and has now entered a vast desert.
What?
I don't know. In the far-off distance, he sees a massive sand castle. That must be where this madman is holding his daughter hostage. Okay, so I realize that it's apparently not Farquaad. Shrek doesn't feel like running over there anymore, and since there are no obstacles in his way in all directions, Shrek figures, why not, and crouches really low before jumping all the way across the desert in one giant leap.
Like the Hulk.
He comes crashing down. Well, that's pretty appropriate. He comes crashing down in front of the castle's front door. He would have crashed through the roof, but he doesn't feel like getting sand in his sneakers. They're Jordans, after all.
You're running across a desert. That's inevitable.
You know, one thing I've noticed that I can give this fic credit for, there's not a lot of typos.
Yeah, I was going to say before, the grammar is actually usually pretty consistent. It's just that the idea is batshit insane.
Interesting place to live, you sick bastard.
And the characters are all out of character.
Opens front door and enters. Once inside, Shrek sees that this castle is massive. Although it is made of sand on the outside, there are marble floors and marble pillars on the inside. An immense chandelier hangs from the ceiling of the main room Shrek has just entered. Oh wow, a very interesting place to live indeed. From the main room, there are two immense stairways leading to two different sections of the castle. One left and one right. Shrek does the silly Shrek thing that only Shrek would do by playing eeny, meeny, miny, moe to decide which stairway to take. Yeah, only Shrek would do that.
I don't think Shrek would do that at all, to be honest.
Certainly not in this story. I mean, we're like, which stairway do I beat first?
He does eeny, meeny, miny, moe, but he's got a Jack Daniels bottle in his hand.
He chooses the left one. After climbing up all the steps, Shrek stares down a long hallway. It is so long that it becomes dark and shadowy at the end of it, where Shrek can make out the outline of a door, the only door in the entire hallway. Shrek starts to walk cautiously down the hallway while looking at each of the portraits and paintings on the wall. Each contains a massive blue figure. This figure is way bigger than Shrek and is definitely more in shape. Haha, reminds me of my younger days.
He's always been fat.
Shrek finally gets to the door, but stops to look at the final portrait right above it. It is the largest portrait of the hallway. It is a rendition, I think it means in the hallway. And I was just saying,
yeah.
too, it is a rendition of the Mona Lisa, but with the blue figure in it instead. Because it is so well defined and realistic, Shrek finally realizes that the figure is male. He still is unsure as to what the species is, but it looks like an ogre. Like Shrek.
How do you know it's male then if you don't know what species it is?
The only thing that's throwing it all off, though, is that instead of two massive tube-like ears on either side of his head, this creature has a massive horn in the middle of his head. He also has a goatee. Of course.
What?
The creature is wearing a tuxedo in the portrait, and he actually looks rather dashing in it. This makes Shrek feel a bit embarrassed as he stares down at his gut because Shrek is shirtless, remember? Shrek is in a castle and he's shirtless. Thank you for the reminder. Anyway, Shrek turns the knobs of the door and enters.
Shirtless.
Seated in the middle of the room is a massive chair.
Shirtless.
I'm pretty sure chairs don't sit, they get sat in. Okay. A lone figure sits in this chair. In front of him, a fire is burning in a very regal-looking fireplace. Shrek approaches the chair. He has found his target. Shrek grabs the back of the chair. Listen here, you bastard. Give me back my daughter. Shrek spins the chair around and notices that the figure in the chair is the same as the creature in the portrait. He's wearing a robe and drinking a glass of wine. The creature smiles his sharp shark-like teeth at Shrek and begins to speak. Just call him Creature. Well, hello there, brother. It's about time we finally met. What are you talking about? I don't have a brother. You got the wrong guy, laddie. No, I definitely have the right guy, Shrek.
Can you do a British accent for that?
I'm attempting. I'm trying to do Liquid Snake. Upon hearing his name, Shrek knows this guy is serious. Shrek eases off of the creature and backs away slowly out of shock. Shrek has a brother. Creature rises slowly from his chair. He puts his glass of wine down on a nearby side table. The creature begins walking around the large room while Shrek stares mouth agape in awe, ready to listen to whatever Creature has to say. This is sounding awfully racist.
In the south of Africa, we don't hunt leopards, we hunt hyenas!
When I was born, I was not like either of our parents. Not in the way I looked, not in the way I spoke, and certainly not in the way I thought. We do not have the same father, Shrek. Mine was a rhinoceros. Sure.
What?
You see, our mother was a very loose woman. It's a shame that your poor father had to deal with this, but it is the way life goes sometimes for certain ogre couples. They banished me. Neither could be caught with a bastard son such as myself. It was bad enough that people thought of them as stupid, ugly ogres, but now they are stupid, ugly ogres who are starting to breed outside of their own species.
Hang, whoa. Wait, I've got a couple of questions here. One, in that entire paragraph, you did not establish that Shrek's parents were living with human beings. It sounded like they were living with other ogres. But now it just says, it makes it sound like they're living with humans, and now, even though they're already ogres and they're outcasts anyway, the fact that they've been inbreeding with other people is where they draw the line. That makes no sense.
You should have seen the fear in the humans' eyes as they heard rumors that ogres were going to start breeding with them next.
Thank you for proving my point.
Okay. You see, ogres such as you and I are not meant to love. We are meant to live alone, detached from civilization. You did this plot already in Shrek 2.
Yeah, and he just like made himself look like an idiot by saying we're meant to live alone, when about 40 seconds ago you said that they have ogre couples. They're not alone then, are they?
Our parents forgot that, just as you seem to have forgotten as well. And you seem to have forgotten many things.
You're an idiot.
I tried to help you remove some of these pathetic people you seem to care for so much. When I needed more firewood, well, Creature motions to fireplace. Pinocchio's arms and legs are roasting in the fire.
What the fuck? He said earlier that Pinocchio was buried in his garden. What the fuck?
Wait, I thought that was Donkey that was buried.
No, he said Donkey was buried and that Pinocchio was in the garden as well. So, like, he's basically grave robbed Pinocchio's body to use as firewood.
Way to make a message. Next to the fireplace is a pile of remaining firewood. On top of the pile rests Pinocchio's head.
Jesus.
No! You did this! How could you? All Pinocchio ever did was love. And lie.
Yeah.
See, brother? There you go again, caring for them. The people that burned down our ancestors' homes while they slept, slit their throats while they ate dinner. An ogre is meant to be alone. Otherwise, he dies.
Hang on, again,
Well,
I've got
okay.
a point. I've got to point out something wrong with this guy's plan. He says that ogres are meant to live alone, and that he's killing the people that Shrek cares about. Some of the people that Shrek cares about are ogres. Why are you killing them? You're an idiot. Jesus. Rant over.
I once thought the same thing, but ogres can change.
Yeah, you've changed a lot since I last fucking saw you.
Yeah, and not for the better so far.
Yeah.
You think you can, but you are wrong, brother. I've become quite used to loneliness since I was shunned from the only home I've ever known. I built this castle to live in all my own, but once the humans found out about this, they passed a law stating that this castle is to be destroyed to put up a Radio Shack. Can you believe it? A fucking Radio Shack. We don't even have those anymore. Chuckles while shaking his head. Far, far away is a fucked up place, brother. So I need to make a deal with you. That's why I took this little ogre away from you. Creature pulls a book from his immense bookshelf, causing it to turn. On the other side of it is Shrek Jr. 2, bound to the wall of the other side of the bookshelf. Creature laughs menacingly all the while. Can you please get a name already?
Jesus Christ.
How much bet is going to be like, Kirsch?
Oh, fuck you. Fuck you. I know exactly why you said that, you piece of shit.
Shrek Jr. 2.
Carry on.
No, let her go. I will, but first, it appears I'm going to need a new home. Sign over your swamp to me. Holds out a document for Shrek to sign.
Isn't this the plot of the first film as well?
Also, I'd rather stay in this giant sandcastle than a little shack in the swamp, but okay.
This giant sandcastle, which for some reason is also made of marble?
I will never. I don't care if you really are my brother. You're an asshole. You're not even a real ogre, you rhino half-breed poser. Okay, I'm not sure who to sympathize with, because I hate both of them.
Side with the Shrek kids.
Sure.
I'm on their side.
Fine, I'll just have to kill your daughter in front of you. All because you wanted to save your precious swamp. Okay. Wait, what?
Our hero, everybody.
No, you're supposed to put up more of a fight until you surrender the swamp over to me. I like the swamp more.
Oh, for fuck's
I brought
sake.
Donkey back to life.
Please, God, no.
No, you can't do that. That's impossible. Oh, really? Smiles. Allow me to demonstrate. Creature walks over to a dead plant resting on the side table. Same side table placed his wine glass on before. He touches the dead plant, and it springs back to life. What? How? There's a lot you have to learn about me, Shrek. Now, do we have a deal?
Okay, so I don't mean to interrupt you again, Steve, but I would also like to point out, if he's bringing things back to life, he's just putting life back into the vessel that housed their soul before, then wouldn't Donkey's corpse be pretty decomposed by now? That would be pretty horrifying.
Yes, also if the guy is this powerful, I don't see why he's having so many issues.
Why is he even making a deal with Shrek? Just possess him and make him do it. Why are you even asking him to sign the fucking thing over? Just kill him and take it.
Yeah, there's problems with this story. Just a couple.
Please send it to DreamWorks anyway.
I hope he did. I really hope he did.
Yeah. Maybe if you send this to them, they'll realise that the Shrek franchise is dead and make more Kung Fu Panda films. Please.
I lost where I am. Oh, Shrek lost.
It's that, yes, we have a deal.
Yes, we have a deal. Excellent. And Shrek document. Science document. Creature releases Shrek Jr. 2 from her restraints. Shrek Jr. 2 quickly runs over to Shrek with arms wide open, ready to jump into her father's arms. Shrek ignores her.
Ouch.
I will be there at 7 a.m. sharp tomorrow to resurrect Donkey. And to move in. Good luck with the house hunting, Shrek. You know, this is supposed to seem like a cruel move, but, you'd think resurrecting a friend would be more important than a house.
I don't really see how Shrek has made a hard choice there. All he had to do was move.
That too. He can move back into the castle, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, it's a big swamp as well. Find another place.
Creature turns to walk away. Shrek stops him. Stop! Creature stops without turning around. If you truly are my brother, I should at least know your name. Oh, my name. Looks over his shoulder back at Shrek. My name is Drek.
Okay. Whatever.
I'm not sure if that's better or worse than what I was thinking.
I want Kirsch.
It's good, I'm going to call him Kirsch. Walks back to his chair. Sits in it with back to Shrek and Shrek Jr. 2. Picks up glass off the side table and continues to drink. Shrek to Shrek Jr. 2. Let's go home. Leaves of Shrek Jr. 2. Switch scene to Shrek and Shrek Jr. 2 entering their house, heads hung low in sadness. Oh, thank God you're okay. Shrek Jr. 2. I was so worried. Fiona runs over to Shrek Jr. 2 and hugs her. Shrek Jr. 2 doesn't respond. Wait, what's wrong? We had to give our swamp away. What? Why? He made me an offer I couldn't refuse. No, did he threaten to kill Shrek Jr. too? No, I mean, yes, but it's not that. It's... What do you mean it's not that? Did you trade our swamp for drugs? No!
Is there a precedent for that?
Fiona gets all up in Shrek's grill. Then what is it?
Sorry, carry on.
I met my brother and... Oh my God! So you're gonna lie about this now? For once, Shrek, just once, tell me the truth. I am, Fiona, I am. Oh, he's still shirtless, by the way.
Thanks for that.
Okay, mocking. So what did your brother do to make you give our swamp away? Fiona, he can bring Donkey back to life. Fiona nearly faints from disbelief. Shrek runs over and catches her before she hits the ground. She looks up at Shrek and says, I hope you're right, Shrek. Otherwise you just ruined all of our lives. Where are we supposed to live now? Your fucking castle! I found this cozy little condo in the paper that's available. It's in Los Angeles.
How did you get that newspaper? Why, if you knew that was a condo there, why was there such a problem with giving up the swamp?
Why does Los Angeles exist in this world?
And also, why were you looking at places anywhere in the paper for that? I thought you liked living in the swamp.
I guess Los Angeles really is a fairy tale. Fiona, disgusted. Oh, well, when do we have to move? Tomorrow, first thing in the morning. My brother Drek is coming over here to bring Shrek back to life when we all move to LA.
Drek.
Fiona closes her eyes shut tight and we see a tear fall from her face. Okay, Shrek, I'm still with you. Thanks, honey. Shrek Jr. 3. Daddy, what's a condo? Gets rocked.
What?
Shrek's alarm clock goes off the next morning at 6 a.m. He wants to be up early enough to see the sun rise one last time from his swamp's front porch. Shrek pulls on his new shirt, and sits down in his rocking chair on the porch. He turns on a tiny radio that lies on the porch next to his feet. The song is I'm a Believer by Smash Mouth. Surprise. Donkey's favorite. Shrek smiles as a tear rolls down his cheek. Okay, I'm gonna have to stop soon, but after the scene.
Okay.
Donkey will be singing this soon enough. Fiona comes out and sits in a rocking chair next to Shrek on the porch. What time's Shrek supposed to get here? Should I get the house cleaned up? That'd probably be best, thank you. Fiona nods and goes back inside to clean the house. Shrek watches the top of the sun rise over the hill just as the chorus of I'm a Believer begins. He starts humming along with it. Soon Shrek emerges over the horizon. He can fly, apparently.
Of course he
Flies
can.
over to Shrek and stops right before his porch. And this guy's biggest problem is that he doesn't have a place to live.
he can fly.
Hello, brother. Is everything in order for our big event?
Oh, sorry, just before you carry on, there's a bit in a minute when they start digging up Donkey's grave. We'll swap at that point.
Okay.
It's literally like in 10 lines, so carry on.
Well, you really want to do that, huh? The resurrection of Donkey?
Yeah.
Fair enough.
I just don't want to hear your Eddie Murphy voice, to be honest.
Probably for the best. Shrek clicks off radio, as it ever will be. Do you want to come in for a glass of cow diarrhea? Oh, too far.
What the fuck?
Too far. Rat stew is one thing. This is the equivalent to Shrek's form of coffee. He is a disgusting ogre, in case you didn't know. Shrek.
Hang on, I've got a question. Does that cow diarrhea, do you reckon it tastes like shit?
Most likely.
Carry on.
Drek shrugs shoulders. Sure, why not? I'd love to meet the rest of your family. You abducted my daughter. Don't try anything stupid. Ah, we're past that, brother. Besides, don't try to act like you loved her before I did that. Trust. What? Trust as in something that I don't have for any of my family, and they don't have for me, and I don't have for you. Okay, let's move on.
I think you're reading way too deeply into that.
I know, just random out-of-place words make me do that. Shrek follows Drek inside. Drek enters and finds himself standing in front of Shrek's entire family. Kids, Fiona, this is my brother Drek. Drek, this is my family. Ah, why hello there, nieces and nephews. And my sister-in-law. What a beautiful family. Fiona, shaking in fear. So nice to finally meet you, Drek. Here, I made some fresh cow diarrhea for you. Hands Drek coffee mug.
For a second, I thought it said Dr. Drek. I read that too quickly.
Drek graciously accepts. Ah, why thank you, my dear. Takes a sip. Yummy. Shrek Jr. too. Runs up awkwardly to Drek. Stares up at him from Drek's feet. Whoa, you're big. That's what she said.
Hey.
Sorry, wrong brother. I have to be. I'm an ogre. But you don't look like an ogre. Rawr! Okay. You're an ogre, alright. Skips away. I must say, Shrek, this is a lovely swamp.
Let's get down to business.
Business.
To revive.
To bring back
Donkey.
Okay, glad to see we're on the same page there.
Yeah. Sorry, carry on.
Let's get down to business, Drek. Let's not make this any more painful than it needs to be. Drek chokes down the rest of his drink. As you wish, brother. Take me to the corpse.
Here we go.
Shrek leads... Oh, you want to go?
Right. Yeah, no, you sure?
Yeah, go.
Okay. Have your sip of your water, and I shall carry on this epic tale.